PNM has updated the power situation. There are now 27,000 homes throughout the metro that do not have power. During the peak of the storm, they couldn't go out because it was too dangerous. They couldn't send their crews out.
Yeah, at least they're getting some help in that regard now. Things starting to die down, and you know, we need rain, but not like this. But we're still going to nerd out for you guys. We got all kinds of nerdly material ready to go here. All right, we've got those flash flood warnings still in effect over the metro area, and Alex just pointed out exactly why that is. There's still a lot of flood water out there that needs to drain out, so be very careful in central sections of the state. Flash flood watches continue across the southwest at this hour because we still have storms moving into that area. So we show you what's happening at this point. Lighter rain, and in fact, many west side residents are now saying, we're not getting any rain anymore, which is just fine. Seeing everything calm down up to the north as well. However, as you slide farther down to the south, we're still getting some moderate rainfall in portions of Valencia County, stretching down into Socorro County, especially in the southern portion of Socorro County. We're seeing some very heavy rainfall rates with some big-time storms still going here. For you guys across southwestern New Mexico, you've been one of the favored areas here over the past few days. You're still seeing some storms from TRC and Elephant Butte Lake stretching back towards Silver City, but not into town, and down into the Boot Heel as well at this hour. So we're seeing some impressive rainfall out there continuing. It will start to die down tonight, but the numbers that we've seen have been off the charts. So we want to go now to meteorologist Chris Gilson with more on that. And Chris, we're talking huge numbers right here in the city.
Yeah, you could understand why we had so much flooding when you look at these numbers. Almost 4.5 inches of rain fell tonight near La Cueva High School. Rio Rancho picked up 1.81 inches. Balloon Fiesta Park more than 1.5 inches, 1.65 inches. The numbers are just staggering tonight. And it wasn't only the rain, but also the wind. Sunsport had a wind gust of 89 miles per hour and a 62-mile-per-hour wind gust near West Old Town. And we could be in store for a pretty active Saturday. More details on that. Here's Mark.
Yeah, you're right about that, Chris. We are looking at more storms on the way, but let's put the bow on this one and let's talk exactly what we saw today. Now, this time of year, we don't have big time storms that come rolling through. What we have is moisture and then little ripples in the atmosphere, and we use a low to show you that today. What we saw today was one of those little ripples in the atmosphere. It draws air up and forms storms. Well, it rolled over the northern mountains and helped to be a trigger early this afternoon, and by late this afternoon through Santa Fe, we were getting some big time storms. Well, as those storms approached the Albuquerque metro area, they collided with a storm that was in place just around the Placitas area. So these two came together, formed a bigger storm, and they rolled right through the city here, weren't moving all that quickly, and boom, another round of flooding across the area and some major league issues, obviously, on top of what we had about this time last night as we got ready for another storm that came through. So those two back-to-back were big-time trouble. More on the overall setup here in just a minute. 65 degrees now in the metro. Northeast winds about 8 miles an hour. Temperatures 50s and 60s to the north, down to the south, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Looking at satellite and radar, you can see that complex of storms. Here it is right here. Forms here and just kind of curls right down into the metro area and is now sliding its way down to the south. It'll start to lose some punch later on tonight. Things will die down across the area. But the dynamics for tomorrow are pretty good to bring another round of storms in here. We're going to have enough moisture in place across the area, and another one of those ripples could well come in from the west tomorrow, and that could be another trigger point for more storms across the area, and that could last into Sunday morning. Then I think by Sunday afternoon, things will start to quiet down. We won't see quite as many storms, and we may well get a little bit of a break as well. But a few things are a real concern here, and they've been a concern over the past couple of days and are likely to be a concern again for tomorrow. And that is, number one, we've got what we call a training problem here, and that is storm after storm following the same track. And as they bump each other along, you just keep getting the same area with storms. We saw it last night at this time. That was a huge deal, and we saw some of it today. And we're likely to see more issues on the way here. And again, the west side earlier today got a 1/4 inch out of the last storm, 2 to 3 inches in the foothills. And then we add on with the numbers Chris just showed you, and we're talking about some massive problems here with flooding, obviously, and that's why there's so many issues out there. Now, as far as the storms go for tomorrow, look at what happens. Northern mountains out to the west again. That's one of those ripples that comes in. Now, here's the thing. Because these are not big-time storms that have these tracks we're able to do a better job with like we do during the winter, these things tend to pop in, and the track's a little more variable on them because, again, you're not talking about a major league storm. So that's what we're going to have to watch for tomorrow, because if the track is toward the metro area, we could be in for another interesting day, no question about that. But watch what happens tomorrow night and into Sunday. Yeah, the storms hold on into early Sunday morning, so that's why I'm a little concerned that we could see storms tomorrow night and then another round for Sunday before things start to dry out. How much are they going to dry out? Quite a bit, it looks like. It looks like Monday and Tuesday will drag in some drier air from the west. That's key because it's going to take those widespread storms, turn them into isolated storms, and we'll get a little break. Now, we're going to have to pay for this in some way? Yeah, we always do, and we're going to get some heat across southeastern New Mexico because of it, but we probably could use the break. Let's go region by region. 70s and 80s across southern Colorado. You guys are looking at a good chance of storms tomorrow afternoon rolling off the San Juans and into the valleys. Same deal up across the northwest. Temperatures here mainly in the 80s. That storm chance sits around 50% the next 24 hours. 80s across the southwest, and we are looking at a good shot at more storms. Southeast, not as much here. You guys are not looking to be the favorite area to get storms. You get a little bit of a shot, but definitely looking at a better shot farther north and west. Temperatures here, 70s and 80s across the northeast. That chance of showers about 40%. Over into the metro area, temperatures in the 70s and 80s, northern mountains, 70s and 80s. You know what's interesting here is the fact that we're going to trigger some more storms here tomorrow, and the chance is pretty good to get the overnight storms across the northern mountains tomorrow as well. 70s and 80s in the east mountains tomorrow, and another shot at showers late tomorrow in the metro area, an area that is soaked at this hour. And as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, shot at showers highest through Sunday morning, and then things start to dry out. We have got all kinds of info on Twitter. Follow us there. Check out Report at krqe.com as well. We'd love to have your pictures.
Guess we can stop praying for rain, huh?
Oh man, at least for a little while. Talk about answered prayers.
We'll be right back.